Hello everybody, my name's Greg and I'm a wood flooring contractor, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to center a herringbone pattern within a room or within a space. Now, I see a lot of YouTube videos and I've seen a lot of work through the years where guys put herringbone in and you'll see that the cuts are uneven on each side of the room. So I'm going to demonstrate the way that they do it, and then I'll demonstrate the proper way so you get an even cut on each side. Now we'll just pretend this is our room. We have a center line of about 21 inches. And what a lot of guys will do is they'll take their two pieces of herringbone. I have a 45 line here traced out. They'll line up the inside point with the center line and the outside point with the center line. The problem with that is that, as you'll see as I chase these herringbone pieces out, is that they yield you an uneven cut on each side of the room. And I see a lot of this. You'll see it with guys who do brick. They'll do patios and they'll have herringbone. And as you can see, if you started in that fashion, you end up with an uneven cut on each side. Here we're about flush with the edge of, we'll call our room, and on this side we have a cut that's about 1.5 inches. So the way that we center herringbone is we simply take two pieces of our herringbone and you'll simply trace a line 45 degrees from this edge and 45 degrees from this edge, okay? So in this case, this gives us 1.5 inches, okay? There's 1.5 inches distance between these two lines. So 1/2 inches is 3/4, and that is this line here. This is our true center line on our herringbone, okay? And I'll demonstrate that now, and we'll lay these out. And you'll see now that we'll end up with even cuts on both sides of the room, and that's what we want. So we'll chase these right on out, and you'll see that we will now end up with even cuts on both sides. Now this isn't perfect, but it works for our demonstration. When you're doing your layouts, you want to make sure your lines are straight and you're following everything and that everything is nice and square so your job comes out as best it can. So now you can see we have equal cuts on both sides of the room, and that's what you want when you're going to center a herringbone pattern within a space. Okay, so that distance, okay, is going to change depending on the width of the herringbone. So if that herringbone's wider, then those lines are going to go farther apart, okay? So it's half the distance. It's half the distance from this point to this point is the center of the herringbone. So I hope that helps everybody. Now, as a wood flooring contractor, we normally would lay 2 rows of herringbone right on out the room, and then we follow back with 1 row and back, and we chase it out right to the wall. Okay, so if you're doing a floor that way, we just simply offset the line, and then we run the inside point and the outside point down, and we chase that line right on down. And that's what you do. You just simply offset the line for your first rows. Now that's how we do herringbone. Maybe some of you do it different. There's not any one set way that you have to do it, but that's how we do it, and that works well for us. So I hope this helps on how to center herringbone. Feel free to leave any questions or comments, and have a good day.